I went from this was my heaviest, to this. You're not starting your journey because you're tired, right? But what if I told you the reason you're tired is because you're not starting? And listen, if you're thinking, what's even the point of starting? I'll never stay consistent. I have been trying to lose weight for over a decade, and last year is the first time that I've actually transformed and I've actually stayed consistent, and I still am consistent with my fitness journey. And that is why everything that I'll be sharing in this video is tried and tested. So you go out after this video and you start your journey. As always, this video will be divided into chapters, and you can find them through the timestamps in this video and in the description box down below. Let's get started. My first tip for you is make it fun. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you here. There's no way you're going to be consistent from your first day, and there's no way you'll be consistent doing something that feels like punishment. And that is why I want you to start doing something that you actually enjoy. Fitness does not mean abs. Fitness does not mean you have to go to the gym for 2 hours a day, or you have to run on the treadmill for miles and miles. Fitness is also playing your favorite sport. Fitness is also doing Zumba. That's how I started. The first time I was ever consistent was when I had weekly Zumba classes at my gym, and I would just run back from college and I would make sure I never skipped that Zumba class. And that's when I found out that, this is the perfect way to start. I need to do something that I'm actually enjoying. Next tip I have for you is have a set time, place, and routine. What that means is I started with home workouts. What I would do is the previous night, I would set a time for myself. I would set a place in my room. I would pick out the playlist that I was going to watch for my workout. I picked out my clothes. I kept the mat out. So when I got back, everything was ready for me, and my brain didn't even have time to say, you know what, girl, chill, you just had a tough day, just rest. I didn't have to make any decisions, and I could just get started. I don't want you to be abstract about this time. I don't want you to be like, you know what, I'll work out in the evening. Evening when? It'll be evening even at 7, even at 8. My third tip for you is make a playlist. And I know you probably heard this a lot of times, but it actually works so well because music impacts your brain and your actions. When you hear a sad song and you end up crying, that's music. When you're cleaning your room and you play these songs and you end up dancing with your broomstick and doing a concert, that's your brain impacting your actions. So use it to motivate yourself. Go curate a playlist for yourself, music that makes you want to jump out of bed and do your workouts. Tip number 4 is wear cute clothes. Don't underestimate the power of cute activewear. If you wake up and go running in the same clothes that you were sleeping in or in the same clothes that you wear when you're resting, your brain has associated that particular piece of clothing with resting and with home. And since we are talking about clothes, another tip for you is take your clothing out the night before, especially if you work out in the mornings. You don't want to wake up and spend like an hour finding your clothes. You need to understand the lesser decisions your brain has to make, especially when you're starting something new, the more likely you are to actually do it. My next point is have company. Now, I did not have company when I started out, so this is not your excuse to not go at all if you don't have company. However, if you can bring along someone, it will help you both stay consistent and also make it much more fun. Next hack is take pictures at the gym. Taking them and posting them is amazing because you will be accountable. Once you've put yourself out there and you've told the world that, you know what, I am a disciplined girly, you will not have the chance to even quit. And another benefit is you never know who you might end up motivating, and you just might find a new gym partner. The next tip is one of my favorites, and this is the game changer that actually got me consistent. Before you change yourself, you have to change yourself. What that means is I want you to pick out an avatar or identity for yourself. I want you to write down everything about that identity. What does that person wear? What does she eat? Where does she go to the gym? What kind of workouts does she do? And I want you to pick out pictures from Pinterest that resonate with that identity. Every time that you have to make a decision, You're going to channel that inner identity and you're going to ask, what would that person do? And you are going to take the decision as that person. For example, if you have the option of making meals at home or ordering pizza, you are going to ask yourself, what would a healthy person do? And you are going to take the decision as that healthy person. You are not going to take the decision as your current self. You are going to take the decision as your alter ego. And if you want, you can keep pictures from Pinterest as a wallpaper so that it can help you visualize and reach your goal even faster. Okay, so now for those of you who stay till the end, I have some extra tips. If you are feeling anxious about going to the gym because you don't know how the equipments will work, you don't know how to ask anybody, you feel like it'll be awkward and you'll be bothering them, listen, I've been there. I was that person who couldn't ask anybody for help, and a while back, someone asked me and they made my day. I felt so validated. Because someone asked me, I felt so good. People love giving advice. People love helping others out because it makes them feel important. It makes them feel like they know more. Okay, that's just how human brains work. So go ahead and ask someone for help and you will probably be making their day. And the next thing is, earlier, if I skipped a day, I would feel so bad about myself. I would feel like I was a failure, like I could never be consistent at something. However, now even if I skip an entire month, I know I am only one day away from going back into my routine. See, quitting does not work until you decide to quit. You cannot go for an entire year. You still haven't quit if you decide that you're gonna go back from the next day. So instead of wasting more days putting yourself down, get back on track and make yourself proud. No amount of break can ever lead to quitting. Only you deciding to quit does. Always remember that. Okay, so now on to the tasks. The first task I have for you is I want you to write down that identity that I mentioned before, and then I want you to go to Pinterest and find pictures that align with that version of yourself. And I want you to make a wallpaper out of it and stick it as your lock screen. The second task is I want you to go to Spotify and either find a playlist or go curate one for yourself. Next task is write down a time, place, and routine for your workout. And if you have a varying time, write down an event after which you will carry your workout. So for example, event would be getting home from your work. So you can put like after getting home and preparing dinner. Dinner is a habit that you already do. After that particular event that you will do every single day, you will take 30 minutes out to do this particular workout. And the last task is pick out a cute outfit or order one online and take some cute before transformation pics. Trust me, you'll need these later. Fitness isn't something that you just do for your friend's marriage or you do for any event. It's a lifestyle and you need to treat it like one. So that means that instead of forcing yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. when you are so used to waking up at 10 a.m., I want you to take things slow. Instead of eating salads every single day, I want you to take things in a way that you can sustain for a long time, because this is a lifestyle. This isn't a one-day thing. If you want to end up waking up at 5 a.m., I want you to wake up half an hour early for a week and then maybe 1 hour early the next week and then so on. If you want to start eating more healthy food, instead of forcing yourself to diet, prepare more homemade meals. It works just as well. Like I said in the beginning, there is no way you can turn it into a lifestyle if you hate every second of it. You are not inconsistent because you're lazy. You are inconsistent because you lack patience. Depending on where you are in your fitness journey right now, it can take from a few months to a few years. So to help out with that, I want you to journal your progress. And if you don't know how to do that, I have an entire video dedicated to journaling and tips on that. So go ahead and watch that. And all the best on your journey. Bye.